Okay, we're live.
Hey,
We are live.
everybody! How's
We
everybody
have
doing?
Teresa and Joey here, ready for the Teresa and Joey show.
If you haven't seen it before, you will be highly entertained.
Let's wait for just a minute for everyone to hop over to our page because I think Shar is finishing up.
Yes, and
And
I'm gonna trying to see if I can watch the comments on my page over here. I see
oh, I
us.
think, do
Oh,
you
we
see?
have some eyeballs.
We got three. We got a heart. Yay!
Ah, hey, everybody!
All
So,
right.
if you
We
don't
got,
know us, I'm Joey Bailey with Created in Awe. And if you are on my page, just know that we are live on Craft Around the Clock. And we have, go ahead, Teresa.
I'm Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams, and I see my friend Janice is here. She's already said hello, and Terry's
Awesome.
here, and we're so excited. So let us explain. We are using StreamYard, and I have three devices going on. I've got laptop, iPad, and iPhone. So my eyes are all over the place, and so Joey has got it together, but I'm having to remember where my camera is, and I never can remember. There's Charlotte Arns. Hey, Charlotte, how are you?
Charlotte, you're on my
Melanie,
page too.
how are
Melanie's
you,
on.
girlfriend? Valerie,
This is
woo!
cool. We're seeing the same comments.
Yay!
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay,
Now,
good.
Joey, are you on your page?
Yes.
And you're live on your page.
Yes.
A beautiful plan came together. I love
Okay.
it.
It
Um,
worked.
y'all, we're in our PJs because it's a pajama party. No judging on the PJs.
We want you all to be comfortable too. Make sure you're in your PJs and you're cuddled up, all snuggled up to watch.
Yes, yes. So, you guys, we decided for our time tonight, we would do a terracotta challenge. And we have terracotta pots that we're each going to do our own spin on. And so, hey, Agatha and Tony, and who else?
Sherry's
Cindy and
on.
Angela. Oh my goodness, you guys
Oh,
are
that's my
just,
sweet Aggie.
y'all, we're at 92 viewers. Listen, I have a thing on my page. We hit 50, I pick a name. We hit 100, I pick another name. So I'm going to pick a name real quick. And there it goes. Charlotte Arns. Girlfriend,
Yay!
you are going in my blessing jar for April. No, April the 1st.
Okay.
I will be doing a little figuring out who gets some happy mail. So
Awesome.
Charlotte Arns.
And I'll
Now
let you guys know too if you can sprinkle out the video, or I say share the no,
it's
spread the
okay.
inspiration.
It's okay.
Anybody who does that for my videos this week and make sure it's public, I will put your name in a hat and I'm going to do a drawing on Saturday to pull somebody to send some happy mail to. So every Saturday for that week's videos that have been sprinkled out, your name will go in. So for every video. So I hope that you'll help us out and do that and get some more people watching because it's a whole lot more fun.
Yes. That'd be amazing. We're 100. We hit 100. Okay.
That's awesome.
And Tony McGee, you're going in my jar, sister.
Hey, Christy. Hey, Kathy. Penny's on.
Hi,
Yay. Hey,
Penny.
guys. So
And
glad you're here. So
Kathy,
glad you're here. Okay, we
Rebecca.
need to talk about our projects.
We do. We could visit with these girls all night, couldn't we?
I know. I know.
Okay. We decided I would kick off talking about what I'm doing. And I've got here in my project area the supplies that I'm using. And I have a spackling compound, I have wood filler, a stencil, and I have one of my all-time favorites, which is Rust-Oleum Vintage Aqua. So I wondered what would a terracotta pot do if I were to stain it instead of paint it. And so this is kind of what it looks like, you guys. And then I did this ahead of time, and then I've got a second pot that I'm going to do some things. Let me raise y'all up just a smidge because I lowered you so you can see my supplies. Okay, so this is kind of how the stain did. And because it's oil based, it's still kind of sticky. It's going to have to cure. And this is where I tried the wood filler with the stencil, which was tricky. And then I tried the spackling compound with the same stencil. And they both kind of did it different. And my friend Joey didn't advise me early enough. And if I had had her earlier, I would have coated the whole stencil area with the blue and then gone back. And y'all, this is metallic rose gold acrylic. Let me show you my bottle. It's right here. Hang on. Y'all, I told Joey earlier they cannot make a craft table large enough for us. What I do? Okay, it's right here in front of me. So this is what I used. Let me hold it up a little better, and the light is all over it. Can I do it this way and that be better? If I can find the camera. Nope, there's all the light glare. Okay, just take my word for it. It's Folk Art Metallic Rose Gold. So that's what I used to go over the embellished, the raised sections. And I just think that blue and that metallic rose gold are beautiful together. Mm-hmm. Of course, once this totally cures and dries and you get it just like you want it to be, you're going to want to seal it. But I wanted to show you guys my experiment with this. And now I'm going to do a different technique with paint, just painting the whole pot. And these are kind of big pots. So while I'm doing that part, Joey's going to talk about her project.
Okay. That's going to be so pretty. So pretty. So I have a different terracotta pot. Now you could use a standard terracotta pot like Teresa has that has, that lip up at the top. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to use cording. So I'll show you over here. Natural cord. I got this at Hobby Lobby. Can you see it okay? And this, I'll tell you, is 1.2 millimeters thick because I wanted it to be kind of delicate. Oh boy, that's a glare on there. I'll post a picture of that label because I don't know if I can get the lighting right either. And I'm going to use some beads. So I don't know if you can figure out what we're doing. I'm going to see if anybody's in the comments saying anything. I just totally lost track of comments. Connie's on and Sheila's here. Hello, Sherry. Pamela's on and Cindy. Awesome. Okay. I guess Dina's on. Tony said hi to Dina. I missed that. Hey, guys.
Hey, Dina, if you're here.
So I'm going to do some macrame, and I am teaching myself through YouTube. I found a page, and I'm going to try to find the name of it. It is called Lots of Knots Canada, and she does some YouTube videos. So I'm teaching myself how to do it. And I'm trying to, sorry if I'm covering the camera as I'm switching screens. So this pot I got on clearance from Michael's. I think it was actually at the end of spring last year. It was part of their Ashland brand from spring. So they may have them again this year. I don't know. But I got it last year on clearance. I had several of them. So all I'm going to do is show you, Teresa's painting. We're going to set the pot aside. And I've already started a portion of it. Let me show you this. Hang on. I figured out I want to put something around the rim of this. So I started off with a piece of my cord long enough to go all the way around the rim and then extra length so that I could tie it. Okay. So, that's just a guesstimate. I'm not going to tell you the exact measurement because of course your pot will be a different size. So that was the length I needed to cut. And then I wanted strings coming down that I'm going to tie in knots. So I found something that measured about, look at this. This is my thrifted door front, okay, that I got from, I think it was our restore.
That's pretty neat.
I'm going to do something with this. I haven't figured out what, but it came in handy because it's 12 inches long. And I wanted my strings to hang down about 12 inches to give me a good length to work with. So I took my cording, and somewhere I have a piece of painter's tape, but I would just tape it at one point to, can you see?
You need some?
Can you throw some to me? I've got it in the drawer back here. Oh, that's funny. But I just took this and I just wrapped it. Just like you would do if you're making a tassel and you have a piece of cardboard that you're wrapping around. Just wrap. And then you take your scissors and right under here, you just snip all the way across all your cords. Now, I didn't count them. I don't know how many I have. Just however many fit on my string. And that's what I'm going to show you. Oh, I found my piece of tape, guys. There it is.
Yay.
It was stuck. Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to have paint all over my pajamas.
Uh-oh. We didn't want that to happen. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Okay, so here is my string that I cut the length long enough to go around the rim of my pot, right? And I took all my little, what ended up to be 24-inch length, folded them in half to be 12-inch length. Here's one of those strings right here. I need to grab a few of them to work with because I need to add a few. Okay, so I've got 24-inch length string that I fold in half to give me my 12-inch length, right? And I'm going to do what is called a lark's head knot, which is a fancy name for a slip knot. That's what I think. And I attached them all on here. I'll show you how I did them. So you take it, you've got your folded end. This is the center point, right? And you're going to put it, I go from above the rope so that they're going to hang down that way. I go underneath it with that little loop. Then I take my ends and I slip them through that loop over the top of my string, my tying string. Okay, so I just slipped it right through there, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Hold on to this tying string so you can make it nice and snug. And there's your little larks. Oh, I did it the opposite way. I turned this the wrong, I flipped this thing over. Let me turn it back over. It needs to be on this side so they're all going the same way. Start again. Now we'll tie it over here.
Another color paint. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Are you still painting?
Yeah. I have the base coat on.
Oh, I see. Okay, so now let me do this again. I'm going to put my little loop underneath, and I'm going to take my ends and go through that loop, and then I'm going to pull it tight.
Can I run my dryer?
We can try.
Will that mess you up? I bet I can mute myself.
Oh, we're having some people say they're having trouble seeing in the small frames. Oh, I'm sorry. We wanted you to be able to see everything. Can you turn your phone or turn your device so that you can get it to go landscape? Maybe you can see it a little bit better. So I'm going to tie on a few more of these, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the next set of knots. It's just going to be one type of knot that I do through the whole piece. So it should be pretty simple. Teresa, did you mute? Because I can't hear you or I can't hear anything. Donna, you can see fine.
I did mute myself.
Oh, okay.
So that you could continue talking.
Nana Cat can see. Oh, Michelle said something. See better in landscape. Okay, yeah, try landscape and see if that helps. Sorry, the comments are very delayed for me. Whoops, that's the wrong string. So I only need to tie on a few more of these, and then I'm going to measure around my pot and see if I have enough. Guys, there's no magic number. It doesn't have to be an odd number. It doesn't have to be an even number, just however many you decide. And I may have these actually, you know, that 12-inch length may be longer than I need, but I wanted it longer. I can always trim it. I didn't want to run out. Okay, so here's my pot. And then we are just going to measure right around that top rim. And I think it's, whoops. Now I don't want to glue anything yet. I'm going to work with it on the table. So I'm just temporarily measuring this, making sure I have enough. Yes, I have a room to tie it, so I'm good. I'm not going to add any more strings. I'm going to start making my little knots. And let me kind of comb these out a little bit because you don't want to get them out of order. You want them to overlap. You don't want them to overlap each other. So I'm going to kind of comb through with my fingers. Oh, April, when it's on landscape, you can't see the comments? Darn. Well, we have a hard time figuring out the best way to do it so that everything can be seen. I don't know what to do, but I hope you
All of
guys
the
are
text
enjoying it.
ones, all the text stuff is really, really hard, y'all.
It is we've only done the duo video a couple of times, actually once successfully.
Dina says that looks like a hula skirt. Of
It
course, her
does,
brain would go there because she's from Hawaii.
of
Dina!
course. That's what my husband said last night. He said, "Is that a skirt? I like that."
Now we know Joey's going to be taking macrame to a whole new level, y'all.
Uh, I'm gonna stop now.
Yes, we are using StreamYard.
We
That was the
are.
best way. You guys, Facebook has gotten a little unreliable for their automatic duo feature. We've tried that before and it didn't work right. So
Yeah.
we decided to go a different route.
Oh, somebody's sending hearts. Thank you, guys.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have to turn this around so I can see it. Now that I've combed it all, I have to turn it the other way so I can see what I'm doing. And comb it again. Okay, sorry guys. Give me a second here. And I'm definitely not going to finish this while we're live. I will show you how I'm doing this and get to a point. Hopefully I can add the bead where I want to add it so you can see what it's going to do. And then I will finish it up and post pictures this weekend. How's your painting coming, Teresa?
I think it's fabulous.
It
I
is.
am just truly roughing in some. The white I used was Waverly chalk paint in white. Now I'm roughing in some peacock color because
Ooh,
it's nice and bright. I wanted bright, and I'm not worried about how well the coverage is going. I'm just kind of scratching it in.
mm-hmm.
And I'm going to dry this and sand it a little bit, and then I'm going to put my design on there in metallic rose gold. And it's going to be
That's going to be
fabulous.
so pretty. Fabulous.
Y'all, get me in my PJs at this time of night on a Friday night. I don't know what I will say.
It's all
Tracy
fabulous.
said between both of our pages, we have over 100 watchers.
Awesome. That's
Woohoo!
exciting. I can see. Thank you, Tracy, because I don't know what to look at. I don't know what we're seeing. That's great. Thank
Plus,
you
you guys,
guys for being here.
StreamYard let us go live on both of our pages at the same time. That was the
Mm-hmm.
other thing
That
we
was
wanted
very
to
good.
do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while you're finishing painting, I'm going to go ahead and start some of my knots. I'm going to slide some of these out of the way so you can just see a few strings at a time, and I hope you can see what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a group of 4. So I'll start with my first 4 strings. And I think, hang on, let me remember how to do this here. No, I don't want to do that. Because I want to be able to tie off this last one to the first one. So some of this I'm going to do here and some of it I will end up doing on the pot. But sorry guys, like I said, I'm just now teaching myself how to do this. So and if you're a macrame expert, you can weigh in on this. Tony loves the color of your pot, Teresa. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to let me set this one aside. I'm going to start with the second 2. So I have 4 strings, and these are the ones that are, so one set of 2 is attached with that lark's head knot at the top, and then the next one has a lark's head knot, okay? So if you put your 2 center strings together, you're going to work with the outside strings, and this knot is called a square knot. And I'm going to alternate my square knots, okay? So and I start with the left side. I'm going to take my left side and cross it over the middle 2 strings and then under that outside string, okay? Then I'm going to take my outside string on my right and I'm going to go under the middle 2 strings, and then I'm going to bring it up underneath this loop from my left hand string. Okay, so that crisscrosses and sandwiches these middle 2 strings. And then I'm going to pull it tight and slide it up. I'm going to have to pull these center strings down as I tighten it up. Okay. So I'm going to kind of get it positioned about an inch from the top is where I want it to be. That's approximate, guys, not exact. Okay. So I'm still going to work with these outside strings, and I'm going to finish my knot. Chrissy did macrame back in the 70s, not good now. I bet it would be easy for you to pick up if you tried. Let's see. Yes, okay, here we go. So now I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to start with my right hand string, and I'm going to go over the middle 2 strings and then under the outside one. Okay, and then I'm going to take, let me make this a little bit bigger loop. Then I'm going to take this left hand string and go under the middle 2 strings and then bring it up and under the outside string. Okay, so again, it has sandwiched these middle ones with this little tie, and I'm going to slide it up. And there we go. Now, once we get it all the way up to where it meets, then I'm just going to pull this snug, and I've got a knot. Okay, so there's my first knot. And I'll bring these little 2 down. There's one. Now I'm going to slide those off to the side, and I'm going to do my next 2. So I'm going to do a row of these going all the way across eventually. I won't do all that tonight. We're going to show you how they kind of come together, but I'm going to do several of them to get it going across. How's yours coming, Teresa?
So I'm getting ready to put my design on my pot. I'm going to just, I have put white on, then this peacock color, and then I took some sandpaper and distressed it even down, I don't know if you can see, right here down to the terracotta. I wanted some of that to show through. And I really would like for some more of that to show through, but I don't want to spend a lot of time sanding this down. I might, on the sides where my design is not going to be, I may work on that a little bit more when we're finished. But I want to get all this dust off. Somebody asked a while ago, I saw, they wanted to know the name of our pages. I am Jeremiah Dreams, and Joey is Created in Awe. So you can find us at Jeremiah Dreams and Created in Awe. And we would love for you guys to follow us.
If you are on one of our pages right now, you can find the 3 dots up there somewhere near the top, and it'll tell you an option to like and follow and turn on notifications. And if you want to do both of us, in the description, you can find the link to the other one's video. Click on that. You'll switch over to the other page, and you can do a like and follow on the other page also.
Somebody says, who was it? Minnie says she's got both of our pages up on different tabs. Yay, that's awesome.
I consider that ultimate multitasking.
Yes, that is the truth.
Somebody put a comment on there for me that I could tape down my middle 2 strings, and I think that would be a great idea, except since I'm going to be going across to other ones, I'll have to be picking up that tape a lot. But if I was just working on one piece, yes, that would help. I think this time, though, I'll end up not doing that just because I want to keep moving across. I'm going to do several of these, and then I'll come back and show you the next row.
So I am kind of on this pot, instead of using spackling compound or anything like that, I decided I wanted to draw out my design, and I probably won't draw. This is a pretty detailed stencil. It's very pretty stencil. So I may not do all the little intricate things, especially because I want to be sure and show you guys the rose gold on this. We're at 8:38, so we've got 20 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
Well, good, good.
So how many of y'all are going to stay up all night and watch everybody?
I'm going to have to say I can't. I'm a wimp. I cannot do it, but I will be watching replays tomorrow.
I am so impressed with my sisters who can create in the middle of the night. I have to say, I have gotten too old. and I admit it.
To have the brain power, I my thyroid won't let me do that. It says, "Ain't no way."
Well, my eyelids won't let me do that. They take away the thyroid part.
That's true. That's true. Especially you and I both had work today, so
Yes.
that's a challenge. I think I saw a
Mm.
comment, Brenda, you think it looks like a lot of work. It does, but if once you get into a routine, if you've got the TV going, this is like kind of like when I do crochet. Once I get the hang of a pattern, I can sit and watch TV, or I can go outside and enjoy the pretty weekend weather if you've got it. You could take it to a ball game. Well, maybe you can't take this to a ball game. You could take crochet to a ball game, but it would not be easy to take macrame because you would have to have a table or something to put it on. But you could have like a little tray in front of you, maybe.
Thank you, Edith, for spreading the love.
Oh, yes.
Tony's going to be taking cat naps. You're wise, Tony. And that's the beauty of replays.
Yes.
So if you snooze off in one little section, you can always go back and watch the replay. And that's what
That,
I will be doing a whole lot of.
yeah, because they won't be live all day tomorrow. You'll get to see. Now we will. I know that there will be ladies. In fact, I'm going to try to go live probably in the afternoon who will be live during the day, and they'll pop their videos on to Craft Round the Clock. But gosh, you know what? All of you who are such wonderful, supportive viewers of everybody on the Craft Round the Clock group, I don't know how you watch everybody.
I don't
I,
either, but they're
I can't
awesome.
keep up. hmm We love you all so much. I heard Shar talking earlier about that too on her video, how much we do. You guys, you are like a family to us. You really are.
Well, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys.
hmm
We really want to bring quality content for you all and make it fun. Let's see here. How much of this do I want to do? Don't rightly know. I'll do these little circles here, and that'll probably be good enough so I can start painting this rose gold because
What are
it's
you doing right
so pretty.
now?
Huh?
What are you doing to it right now?
So right now I'm taking my stencil and I'm outlining it, and I'm going to hand paint
Oh,
the rose gold on there.
oh. I didn't realize that's what you did. I thought you put the spackling over your stencil.
I did on the other pot,
Uh-huh.
but this one I'm doing it a little bit different.
Okay.
So, okay, I've got my design. You might not be able to see it, probably not. So I'm going to start painting it because I'm not going to just paint the rose gold, y'all. I'm going to put some shadow in it because that makes all the difference in the world. Let me see how this is doing pretty good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start right here. I'm using a pretty small flat brush. Y'all, this is also being put out there on YouTube right now as well. This metallic rose gold is one of my favorites, you guys. It is just beautiful. Can you begin to see that right there? Look at that shimmer. Oh, I just love it. Oh, Michelle wants to paint like me when she grows up. Because sister girl, you
So do
can.
I. So do I.
Yeah. Oh, honey, you're so creative. And Michelle, you are too, girl. Y'all can
Okay.
do anything you want to. It just takes practice
And patience.
and patience. You've got to have some patience and some grace with yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Um, that was probably one of the biggest lessons I had to learn was to allow myself to make mistakes. If y'all only knew how many times I would throw away paintings, I just hated them. It happens.
And
Oh,
it's so hard because when you put so much time and energy into it, you want it to be perfect. You want to love it.
well, you've got to let go of that. And
It's hard.
some of them I do. I'm very emotionally tied to, and some of those are hanging on my wall behind me. And some of them I will get done and I'll think I just don't even feel it, and I'm not happy with it. Y'all, and you may have heard me tell this before, but when I was in between moving from Kentucky to Alabama, and I would do a project online and I'd get done and I would just be so not okay with it. I would throw it away and my mother would come behind me and pull it out of the trash and put it on her shelf.
Oh,
Made me
that's what
feel
mamas
terrible.
do.
Oh, Dina, girlfriend. Dina
What did
says,
she
"Yeah, we all
say?
want to paint like her." Sister, you are amazing yourself with your creativity with your wood. I just love your tier trace stuff,
Oh,
girl.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I don't mess this up by going down to the next row. Let me see. If I do, I'm just going to take it apart and redo it because I just want to show you guys what we're doing here. So let me just start with, let's just go with it. Let's just demonstrate here. Okay, so I'm going to pick 2 in the middle. Guys, what I would have done is gone all the way across and then found the very middle and started there to go out from. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to alternate my square knots. So now I'm going to take, here's 2 that I started with, and no, they're not even. Let me kind of tighten this one up a little bit to make them somewhat even. So I'm going to take the middle 4 strings. So it's these 2 strings here, one from that knot and one from that, the outside ones, and then the next ones into it. Okay. You see what I'm doing here? So you've got, whoops, not that many. The outside 2 on this one and the outside 2 on this one. So I've got my 4, and I'm going to do the same thing I did just a minute ago with these 4. Okay. So I'm going to start with my left string and go over the middle 2 and under the far right one, and then take that far right one and go under the middle 2 and under the left one. And it's that same square knot. So this is the first part of it. Slide it on up to be about the same distance as these are from the top rope. Then these are going to be from approximately from that rope. Okay. Tighten it up a little bit more. Pull my strings down straight. Okay. Now I'm going to go the other way. Whoops, this way. Over and under, and then under here, and under here. And pull it tight. And that's my alternating square knot. So hopefully you can get a gist of what it's going to look like. I think I got it a little bit close. See? Let me go ahead and do another one over here so you can get an idea of the pattern. So I'm going to take the next 2 out of that same knot that I started with on my right-hand side. I'm going to take those other 2 strings and they're going to connect with the next knot.
Thank you, Tony.
What'd Tony do?
She just said that the pot is looking pretty. And Christy Reynolds says that your macrame looks like a fisherman's net.
It does. It does. There is a fisherman's knot, which I have not learned. I started with this one. This is my first one.
Dina says they had macrame in high school. And we were talking earlier before we came live. I remember, Dina, I think you and I are close to the same age, but macrame was really a huge, huge thing back in the day. And I remember everybody had their plants hanging in them.
Oh, we had them in my house.
Uh-huh. I was telling Joey that I had a piano teacher that had finches, and she had them in little bamboo bird houses, and she would have all the macrame stuff around them, and it was just beautiful. Back then, it was beautiful. It might not be so beautiful now, but it was really something. I was always mesmerized when I'd go to her house for lessons.
Well, I've been doing some looking on Pinterest for, ideas for this because I knew what I wanted to do and I got some picture ideas. And there are so many fun ways to use macrame now. I mean, anything from keychains to,
Oh,
flower
yes.
pot hangers to
Wreaths.
decorating. The wall hangings are amazing.
Wreaths.
Wreaths, yes. And I love to see them hanging from natural items like branches. I keep forgetting to look at the camera, guys. I'm so busy looking at what I'm doing. But I'd love to know if you guys have done much macrame. And if you have, haven't mentioned it in a while. I have a group page called the Crafters Studio. And I would love it if you would post pictures of the things that you have made. I don't, maybe it's macrame, maybe it's painting, maybe it's stenciling, maybe you have done sewing. I have a friend of mine who has done quilting and she's put pictures of her items up there because I like to have everybody inspire each other and I get inspiration from you guys too. So I really want to see what you have done.
So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to doing some shadow work on what's been done so far so that y'all can see how that elevates this painting from being flat to having dimension.
Awesome.
So can you guys see the pattern okay?
I can see it. I think it's gorgeous.
Thank
It
you.
looks so different the way you're painting it now than it did with the other pot.
Yes. I like this one better.
You do.
I think it's more my thing.
You're more comfortable with that, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I got to think about what I want. I think I want the black. I'm just going to go ahead and go with some black first. And I'm going to use a very thin detail brush with the black. I'm going to be sure I get some water on my bristles there. And tip it in the black and make sure I've got a nice point. And that one doesn't want to do it, so I don't want to use that one. Get a different
I just
one.
missed a comment. Michelle had said something back here. She did the burn method with decoupage onto a letter M last night. Awesome. Yeah, that's how we did that welcome sign back there with the burn. That's the first time I ever did the burn method too. It was kind of, it scared me a little bit, but it worked out great. It was
okay,
fun.
I got to turn this a little bit.
I'm going to go back over and do these that I haven't done yet. We'll get a full row here and then I'm going to come down another row. We've got 9 minutes on my clock.
Hey, we can change the world in 9 minutes.
That's why I love you, Teresa. You are so positive.
We can do it.
Yes. That's why I did this, because the other day when I told you I was thinking about it and you were so supportive, you're like, you can do it. You can. I was like, I've got to learn how. I've got to get myself some videos going.
I never had a doubt. Okay, you guys. Can you see the difference that black has made?
Yes.
Look at that. And I'm not going all the way around it. I'm not outlining the whole thing. Let me set it up. That might help.
That looks so dramatic that way. I like it.
That gives it some dimension.
Mm-hmm.
They're all excited. How long do you think it will take you to finish that, Joey?
I don't know. It's coming along. If I can get this section to a point where I can put a bead on here tonight, then I think a few hours here, a couple hours here and there, and then I'll have the whole thing done through the weekend. So I'm gonna come down another row with these that I've got going. So I'm gonna start here in the middle. And again, just keep going, taking 2 knots. So you'll take the outer 2 strings from 2 knots and connect them with the same process. And you'll just keep coming down as far as you are wanting it to come. I'm going to put this up next to the pot here in just a second so you can see how it's going to come along. And then I'll go ahead and attach a bead so we can see what that's going to look like too. How much time do you think you'll spend on yours, Teresa?
I could see maybe another 45 minutes probably.
Wow.
By the time I get the shading like I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But that shading just makes a very big difference.
It really does.
We've got 3 minutes.
Free.
free.
Oh, Tony, you are so sweet.
You are. We're just having so fun. Oh, y'all, my friend Jennifer with Home Sweet Create is next.
Oh,
She's another one
awesome.
of my favorites in the entire
You guys
world.
will have
Oh,
to go
thank you,
back
Sharon.
over to Craft Around the Clock to see her. Now, you did put that, did you put that link in the comments, Teresa?
I missed that part. I messed up.
Okay.
But
No,
Tracy was
you didn't
here.
miss up.
I think Tracy did. Tracy,
Oh,
thank you for
good.
having my back. I'm
Yay.
trying to
Yes, go
see.
back to Craft Around the Clock here. We have,
Yes.
I can't see what I'm doing. My eyes
Tracy
are
put it
good.
in there. She took care of
Good.
me. I'm sorry, Tracy.
Okay. And I think I'm to a point where I am going to go ahead and attach a bead. See, you can see how this is coming along. Can you see how the knots are? Let me see if I can put it up next to the pot and you can get an idea of how that's going to hang
Oh,
down the
isn't that
pot.
pretty?
It will, you'll be able to see it a little bit better
That is
as, you know, once you
beautiful.
get all of it. And then I'm going to take wherever my last row of knots end up is I'm going to take a bead. Now these, I think, I was trying to measure, Teresa's trying to help me measure earlier. I think these are either 14 or 16 millimeter beads. Just wood beads. I get them at Amazon. And so I'm going to use, this is one of those little floss threaders. I get it at Walmart. And so here's my last knot right here that I did. And I'm going to take all 4 of those strings from that knot and I'm going to thread them onto the bead. Now I'm only going to do them one at a time because they're too bulky to try to do all of them. But I did measure and they will all go through the whole of the bead. Now you had said we only had 3 minutes left. I show we have 4 right now. We're
You're
already
right.
two.
You're
Oh,
right,
okay,
girl.
good.
I looked
Good.
at it wrong. You
I
are
was afraid I was
correct.
looking. So I'm going to take, there's one, thread that through. Here's another one.
And I don't know how much of this design I will put on this pot, if I will go all the way around or how far I'll go with it. I'll have to just feel my way through that.
Okay. I like that, this that you did right there.
Y'all, that
So
metallic
pretty.
rose gold paint is just awesome. I just love it.
It is so pretty. And it's pretty with just about any color you put that on too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So do you guys think you'll
Okay.
try doing a pot? Thank you, Michelle.
Okay.
So Christy, my pot, I'm gonna seal it with a spray sealer. Joey, will your pot be
Uh-huh.
inside or outside?
I'm going to keep this inside with this macrame on it. I don't think I want it to be in the weather. So I'm going to
Yes.
keep this inside. So here's an idea. You can see how that bead is going to hang. And so it helps to separate the knots so you can really see the definition of them. So you'll have another one here and another one over here. And I think I'm going to comb this out to be more of a tassel, to be a little bit fuller. I'll trim it short and I'll comb it out. And it won't hang any lower than the bottom edge of the pot. It may be shorter than the bottom edge once I get everything snuggled up to where it needs to be. But that's an idea. Oh, I'm holding it too high. I was holding it too high. So sorry, guys.
That is really cute.
Thank you. And I love your pot. So
Oh, thank
I
you.
can't wait. Are you gonna post pictures of yours when you're done?
Yes, I sure will.
Good,
Now, are
good.
you gonna do all natural beads, Joey, or colored, or what are
I
you thinking?
debated. I was thinking about painting these, but I'm afraid it would just take away from the whole look of it. I like the natural look, I
Hmm.
think. Because if I do too bright of a color, then I think it's just going to change. I like the natural look. But you could definitely paint your beads. You could paint them whatever color you like.
Hmm.
And you can also get the cording in different colors as well.
Hmm.
I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was in the section that has like, it's next to the jewelry and it has like leather and things like that. Well, we've
Well,
only got
y'all,
1 minute left.
8:15. 59. So we probably ought to
Yep.
go ahead and sign off so they can hop over to Jennifer and we can catch her too. Y'all,
Yes,
thank you
yes.
so much for being here. We
I
had so
love you
much
guys so
fun,
much.
you guys.
I
Y'all have
love
an
you,
amazing
Teresa.
weekend.
Thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Go watch Jennifer and have a great night.
Bye, y'all.